This is He Knows His Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. Cats need to start putting respect on Russell Westbrook's name. I'm going to say it again. Cats need to start putting respect on Russell Westbrook's name. The dude is a walking 20. He posted that in the NBA game this year. I give the man a lot of flack. He shoots an abysmal and atrocious Allen Iverson type of field goal percentage, but he has a warrior spirit about him, man. He's like one of these last of the Mohican type of dudes. He's cut from that old cloth of that old school NBA mold. He'll put NBA fans in their place. You know what I'm saying? He don't got time to be dealing with the foolishness. He has this grown man behavior about him. You can't disrespect him. You know what I'm saying? I like that about him. He's not going to ever let you get out of line with him. He's like me, man. Mr. Checks, he'll check you quick, fast, and in a delivery. He's a mailman out here in these streets when it comes to that kind of stuff. He's cold-hearted, he's unadulterated, he's cutthroat with his truths. And what you see is what you get from him. You can respect a player like that because you know what you're going to get. Does he have his, issues with him? Can he be coachable at times? Can he be that type of dude that, things have to go his way? It's his way or the highway type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Is he that type of dude that, you wish he would just be a little bit more team-oriented in terms of his style? Yes. Does he have a tendency to ball hog at times? Yes. But I feel like these last few seasons, these last 2 seasons, he's been more of a distributor. You know what I'm saying? And now with them having Paul George, I feel like they're coming together. They're by no stretch of the imagination going to challenge the Golden State Warriors. But, man, if they had 2 or 3 more top quality players, they would be a legitimate threat against the Dub Nation. I'm going to keep it real. But they would have needed 2 or 3 more. Like, let's say, for instance, you would have added, like a DeMarcus Cousins on that team, or Anthony Davis, you know what I'm saying? And a Kawhi Leonard. That would be a team that would be formidable because Kawhi Leonard could be the one to guard Kevin Durant. And then you'll have a big like a DeMarcus Cousins or Anthony Davis. Or let's say, for instance, if it's Anthony Davis, he can go toe-to-toe with DeMarcus Cousins. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Paul George. Paul George can score with the best of them. And then obviously you got Paul George going at it with Kevin Durant from an offensive standpoint. And then you have Russell Westbrook going at it with Stephen Curry. So, and then obviously Kawhi Leonard with Klay Thompson. I mean, you see what I'm saying? Like, they would have had a team right there to reckon with if they had a team like that. You know what I'm saying? And then obviously they would need a deeper bench, but they would be able to compete. I still think the Golden State would have won. The Golden State Warriors would have won in a series like that. Let's say if they had players like that, but they would give them fits. But they don't have that. So we know that's out of the question. But that still doesn't take away from that warrior spirit of Russell Westbrook. The boy's a badass, man. You know what I'm saying? And I give hats off to him. I'm one of the people that gave him mad flack because I felt like he didn't understand his glorified Robin role when he played with Kevin Durant. He should have been number 2. You know what I'm saying? Now he's trying to learn and reap from those mistakes with Paul George. Because you had that with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's way better than Paul George. But I think he's learning from that. You know what I'm saying? He's getting better from it. And I feel that, he's coming into his own. Because he just needed to mature a bit. He needed to age a bit so he can understand the errors of his ways. Sometimes situations have to be a little too late for people to get it. But that still doesn't take away from Russell Westbrook. He's still one of the baddest boys on the planet, man. His athleticism is second to none. The only person whose athleticism compared with his, but that's when he was in the top of his game, was Derrick Rose. Because to me, Derrick Rose's athleticism was even better than his. But we're talking about Derrick Rose from 2011 MVP season Derrick Rose. But the point that I'm trying to say is Russell Westbrook, to me, when it's all said and done, even if he does not win a championship, to me, he's going to be a first-time Hall of Fame ballot. He should be a first-time Hall of Fame ballot because he's already, in my book, one of the greatest players in the NBA. Because when he's putting up those numbers, he's putting up those gaudy stats, he's putting up those triple-doubles, he's putting up, the man show you he can score with the best of them. He show you he can assist with the best of them. He show you he can rebound with the best of them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's not too much that he can't do. And he's improved his three-point shooting. He's improved his outside shooting. You guys got to have to watch his maturation every season. He's improved a lot of stuff. The problem with him is he just takes bad shots. His field goal percentage is not reflective of his game. I'm going to say that again. His field goal percentage is not reflective of his game. If he would just take wiser shots, his field goal percentage would be higher. But he doesn't. He just one of those guys, man. He wants to just shoot it from everywhere. But that's my take on Russell Westbrook. I feel folks give him a bad flack because he tells it how it is. He doesn't take no shit from nobody. But to me, he's a badass player. This is He Knows His Sport. Check it out.